He's got a rub tug.
Players like FaZe Tfue seem to get clips like this all the time, and we can't help but think they're superhuman. While Tfue is a Fortnite beast, much of his crazy frags are earned through his mastery of playing behind cover and using third-person peeking to get first shot off before his enemies even know he's there. So what exactly is the right way to peek, and how can you learn how to slay out like Tfue?
How do you feel, buddy? You just got no-scoped as well. You can join your friend? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, bud?
Let's go over what third-person peeking is and how you can abuse it to win more fights. So what is third-person peeking, and why is it so important to get good at it? Fortnite uses a third-person camera in-game, meaning your view of your characters from an over-the-shoulder perspective, aka third person. This is different from first-person shooters like CSGO or Overwatch, where the camera is locked in your character's head. In first-person shooters, you can generally assume, if I can see them, they can see me. But with the third-person perspective, you can manipulate the camera in a way that allows you to see your enemy when they can't see you. Sneaky, right? But of course, spotting your enemies is only half the battle. You've still gotta shoot them, and in Fortnite, there's a wrong way to do so, and a right way. In Fortnite, your weapon's aligned on the right side of your character's body. This means your bullet's origin point will be slightly right of center for your character. On paper, it might not seem like a big deal, but this is a huge factor to consider during gunfights. Say you're posted up behind a wall, fighting an enemy. When you peek around cover from the left side, you have to slide your body all the way out so you're not shooting into your own cover. However, from the right side, you don't have to slide nearly as much, letting you get your first shots off much quicker. But what really makes right peeking OP is how it affects your hitbox. The difference between right and left side peeking is substantial. Peeking from the left side exposes so much more of your hitbox, making it much easier for your enemies to hit you. So before you get into your next gunfight, remember, fight right. In the early game, you probably won't have many materials, so use natural cover to find right angles on your opponents. Be sure to peek around doorways as you clear houses. Players are unlikely to have shields or good weapons at the start, so catching someone off guard early is usually a free kill. If you get caught out in the open low on materials, use whatever natural cover you can find. Structures like trees and rocks are especially great since you can rotate around the object to fine-tune your angle without needing to completely reposition. Or if you're stuck in an open room like Tfue, drop a pyramid. For only 10 mats, you get a really flexible, albeit basic, bit of cover. Sometimes, you'll get stuck in a position where you can't peek from the right side. It's okay to run away to find a new angle or to escape the fight altogether. But if you've got no choice but to fight, do everything you can to surprise your enemy from cover. If you want to push down opponents in the open, build ramps and walls as you approach so you can keep an eye on them from a safe position. Or, if you're both already facing off from cover, minimize the amount of time you spend exposed by quickly bobbing up and down as you take shots. If you're fast enough, quick building edits in the middle of a gunfight can also surprise your opponent for just long enough for you to find a kill shot. Instead of waiting for your enemy, throw them a curveball and force them to react to you. As the circle shrinks and the game approaches its end, you'll have a lot less ground to work with, so get creative with your cover. When the circle limits your horizontal movement, look to the skies. Build vertically to take the high ground over your opponent. The high ground will give you a clear field of vision compared to your enemies on the ground, and being above them makes it so much easier for you to land headshots. Be careful though. Your opponents can always bring your structures crashing down, so make sure you have an exit strategy, like a bouncer or a launch pad, to make sure you don't die to something as silly as fall damage.
Do you have a launch pad or something, I'm assuming? Or?
I was doing impulse.
No, I'm impulsing.
Yeet!
Ah! Oh my god, I've won out!
Fighting in Fortnite is all about minimizing risk. You've only got a limited amount of shields and health to work with throughout the game, and certain weapons can even one-shot you through a full 200 health. Even high-level pros like Tfue minimize their risk by third-person peeking from safe cover before briefly popping out to take shots. There's a lot of crazy RNG in Fortnite already, so don't open yourself up to even more by standing out in the open or giving your opponent a huge hitbox for free. Most players you run into can barely walk and shoot at the same time, so if you can master the simple fundamentals behind third-person peeking, everyone will feel like a no-skin in no time.